I will not crash. Honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Wait! Hey, 57, 57.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Ripley.
Delta.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now a hit and a loose football. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Down right around the 25. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. High 7, let's go. Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34, Mike 34. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 42 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Ward on first down. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. To throw is Ward. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He gets it to Thomas. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Set, ready, go to base. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 40's the mark. Squeeze. You rush.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike.
Looking to throw. Ward. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Now Scarborough trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Ward to throw on 3rd down. Got his man, that's Harry. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Mike 40. Target, clock. 36. And
this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. from 3 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Hey, let's go!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cut on these two. Cut on these two. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Right back to him on 1st down. And some space here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. The point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
My 40. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 40's mine. 40's mine.
Ward now on 1st and 10. Got a man open. That's Harry. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Kill. 10.
2nd and 6. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On 1st down, Vincent. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offense,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Ward. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. I got it. Mike's 40. Mike's, Hey, let's get that ball, G. Let's get that ball right here. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Here's Ward, operating from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Sure.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set, ready, go to base. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. And let's get let go.
Ward on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run on 1st down. Vincent. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Curtis Samuel, 35 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Looking to throw. Ward. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Ward. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
2nd and 4. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. To throw is Warren. From the gun, he'll throw. And Thomas has it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Warren. A final shot before break. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjusts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Crunch time, defense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They'll come out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Vincent. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Let's go, little lady. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Hackett. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Able to put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. I love that play, because in the snow, you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Ward. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Yellow. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hackett. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Yellow. 180. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 40s. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
They'll run on 1st down. Benson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Hackett. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they take a knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here,